Alright, here we have the dreaded Broadway Limited locomotive. Let's see how we do. Whoa, what happened? No track. Where's the track? Hello, model railroaders. Brian Page here. For my last few videos, I've been promising to keep you updated with the, getting my Broadway Limited locomotive running correctly. Unfortunately for me, the first step in that process is getting my track work ironed out. So you may have noticed in the intro to this video, I have a whole chunk of one of my curves missing. I've ripped that out. When I built my layout originally, I used FlexTrack on these curves. And I've had people in my comments say, don't use FlexTrack on the curves. And I agree. I would rather not. It's very difficult to make the ends of the FlexTrack meet up evenly with, the next curve piece. So, unfortunately, because of the size of my layout, it's 3 foot by 10 foot. I didn't have a choice. I wanted to keep the straight sections near the edge of the layout, but not right on the edge. And I had to come up with a custom radii for the curves on that layout. So anyway, today I'm going to try to deliver on that promise to keep you updated, at least in part. I'm going to show you what I'm up to with the track work. So let's go to the layout. Okay, so hopefully here at the layout, you can see what I've done is I removed a whole section of FlexTrack out of here. Now this one is not, I've recut another one, but that is not glued in place yet. What I did was I put a regular piece of Atlas curve from here to here. And I'm hoping that will act as a closer anchor for this other piece of FlexTrack back here that I need to put in. If you can see it, what I do is I put push pins, got these at Joann's Fabric, actually. And what I do is I put them in across the ties on the track. I cross them over like that. And what I find is that actually works just as well as putting a weight on the track. I glued this down with, hopefully you can see this, it's Dynaflex 230. It's window, door, siding, and trim silicone. That's what I've been using to glue down the cork roadbed and the track. All right, so I'm getting ready here. I moved the camera a little bit. I'm going to get this other piece of FlexTrack glued into place here. And let's get out the glue. Hopefully I do this right. Kind of hard when you're working around a camera. I find that this silicone works pretty darn good. It's very possible to get a knife under it and scrape it up if I need to. Pull the track back off, which, I had to for this area. So, yeah, it really works out well. I saw somebody using this type of stuff in their video, and I thought, that's a good idea. I don't want to use white glue. because I'm afraid when I eventually ballast this stuff, it'll just melt the track right up off of the cork again. And I don't want to use construction adhesive because, like I said, I want to be able to pull it up if I need to. So I think that this silicone caulk is actually a pretty darn good, hang on a second, it's a pretty darn good compromise between the two. Let me see if I can get these rail joiners back on. I hope I'm not making a mistake by not letting this anchor point dry a little bit more, but we'll see. And if I can get in here. Hey, look at that. I think I got it. Okay. So I'm going to try and make sure that this joint isn't too sharp. Of a little turn there. And this one as well. I think we're okay. So again, I'm going to take some of these stick pins here. And I'm putting them in at an angle, like I was saying before. And I cross them over on opposite sides of the track. So not only does it hold it side to side, but it's also putting downward pressure on the track. At least that's my theory. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What I usually do is put them on opposite sides. Do I have an example here? Here's a cut piece. What I usually do is I put these pins across one of the ties like this on each side, going opposite directions. And what that does is it latches it down really well. It doesn't move, it doesn't go side to side much, and it won't raise up. So that's why I like doing that. And I think I need one more here. All right. Wrong one. There we go. All right. So I'm going to let that dry. And you know what? I'm going to do one more. I'm going to let that dry, and then we will see if we can get the Broadway Limited locomotive to go around. All right, it's been a few hours, and I've let the glue dry on the track that I put down. I'm going to pull these pins out, and let's see what we've got. If I can get the pins out. So as you can see, the Dynaflex silicone caulk glues clear, which is another reason I like that stuff. And like I say, you know, it holds the track real well to the cork. It also holds the cork real well to the foam board underneath the sub bed, and dries clear. I mean, it's really a good way to go. And I can, like I mentioned before, I can slip a putty knife underneath the track and lift it up, no problem. So it, in my opinion anyway, it works really well. So here we go. I think I got all the pins out. Oh, my little pin farm. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be pretty good. So I guess the next step here is we will see if the Broadway Limited can run on this. All right, I got the Broadway Limited locomotive queued up here, and let's see what we've got. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise of this engine. Hey, made it right through. Let's go back and see if we can make it through the other direction. Well, there you have it. Looks like it's working. So now I stand a pretty good chance of being able to get this locomotive around the track so that I can begin working on the CVs on this thing. That's the plan anyway. All right, so there you have it. I have a confession to make. During the making of this video, I almost went to my local hobby store and traded in the Broadway Limited locomotive for a Kato SD70AC or Ace. Um, and then I decided, you know what? That's the chicken way out. I'm not going to do that. I kept the Broadway Limited and I'm going to keep working with it. Glutton for punishment. That's moi. So anyway, thanks for watching this. My little update on the track work and trying to get the Broadway Limited running. And feel free to leave me comments. Please subscribe. And I will see you at the next stop.